everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a dangerous team. The Seahawks are a top 10 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a 49ers team looking to avoid a costly mistake. What a surprise here. There's rain in Seattle as we're off to CenturyLink Field to link up with our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get plenty of it here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. And they'll go on the ground. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. Then here's a look at the starting offense. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Let's go! Detroit! 19! Leopard! No, check! Patriot! Here we go! Leopard! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go! Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now look at 56. Over. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
Now let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A nice gain of 21 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Set, blue, landed. Over. Now here we go. Now check. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Defense showing blitz.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Set. Green, 39. All right, now look at 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And on the ground they go with a running back. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
All right, now look at 56. Let's go. Green, 39. Let's go. Blue, 90. Blue, 90.
And they'll run him here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll set up a throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go now. Blue, 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Patriot.
Now Lynch on 1st down. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to... The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On second down, here's Lynch. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Their big-bodied receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal. Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Watch the curl, watch the curl. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offense coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Here we go. Leopard. Gun, gun.
Play action. It's Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On 3rd down, Lynch. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Green 39. Leopard. All right, now look at 56.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They come out here in the eye. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Third down and 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Detroit! Detroit! No, check. No, check. Let's go. Blue 90.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 20 yards to go here on first down.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes...
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick.
And play is stopped here. Timeout It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, land it. Check 93 for Mike, 93 for Mike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 5. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye.
Blue 90. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. There we go now.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. With a tight end, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Their big tight end as the first half is winding down, and the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be taken short. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
They go play action here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play action with Lynch. He's going to look deep down the field. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. They'll throw now on the final play. Surveying the field. He's going to go for a big play into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. On first down, it's Lynch. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Lynch looking to throw on second. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Third down, Lynch. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down? In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
They'll try to, and across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Paxton Lynch with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the 49ers are back within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They come up in an offset eye. They come out here in the eye.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10. Over. Detroit. Motion.
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Lynch to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, Lynch. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now. Green, 30. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Second down now after the pass completion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing.
All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensive.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
So what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Lynch. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Set, blue, landed. Blue.
They'll try and throw for it with Lynch. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Watch it now, Barney.
Halfback sent in motion. On first down, it's Lynch. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Second and 10 now. It's Lynch. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, here's Lynch. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They come out here in the aisle. Now Paxton Lynch on third and long, looking for the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
In the red zone this time.
Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or creep or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go. 3-19.
Here's Lynch. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come up in an offset eye. Looking to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. It is up and through, and there is your final margin of victory. Is on the final play. They win it by a touchdown. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here